What's up, guys? It's hot out. So in that last clip there, you saw me trying to put the coupler in, or the alignment bar. I don't know why, but my gimbal bearing was like way out of whack in terms of the angle. So once I finally figured out that, I kind of whacked the alignment bar on a couple times, and it actually slid like right in. I was surprised. It's almost perfectly aligned where it is. So what I'm doing here is, I noticed when I had the, you can see this, my chain hoist, I had it originally on the 2 lifting points just to get it up and into the boat. I was trying to lower it down to get the mounts kind of positioned where they should be to mark the holes so I can drill them. And I noticed on one side of the boat, the engine seemed a lot closer to the stringers than the other, which I was like, well, I don't know, maybe the transom thickness is a little different and it's just causing a slight angle to it. Didn't seem like a big deal. But then I was like, well, maybe I should go back. And I had the rear engine mounts tightened down at that point. So I went back and took my 1-inch plastic bar that I have, you saw in that last clip, to get an idea of where my alignment was, and it was like way off left to right, which freaked me out because in theory those rear mounts are supposed to give you your left to right alignment, and they were tightened down. But I forgot that I had read in my manual that you actually need to use this front lifting point to get your alignment set properly, at least in terms of the front mounts. But I also realized that the lifting points I was using kind of caused the engine to be a little bit skewed in there. So what I did was loosen the rear mount slightly, set it down on the front mounts, and then I switched the lifting point over to that front one and lifted it up, and it immediately like self-centered. So it was basically a little bit skewed just because of how I was doing it. So just the key takeaway there is make sure when you do this you use the front lifting eye. Then I wanted to be like super sure where I'm marking these holes is like perfect. So what I did in that last clip you saw there was I got everything kind of close, and then I actually got the alignment bar to slide into the coupler the whole way. So my plan now is, now that I'm actually going to leave the alignment bar in the coupler, and I'm going to use that to make sure my left-right alignment is like perfect with the coupler. Then I'm going to set this thing down on the front mounts. Well, actually I'm going to leave it where it is because there's only like 1/8 of an inch between the mount and the stringer. It's sitting up a little bit just with this lifting eye. So I'm going to mark it out with the Sharpie and pull the alignment bar out, get this motor out of here, and drill the holes. So yeah, it's taking a little longer than I thought it would, but I'm just being super critical on the alignment here because, again, once you have these things drilled, your left to right alignment is not really adjustable, so you want to make sure you nail that the first time. Alright, hopefully that makes sense. Let me show you what the stringers look, or the mounts look like here. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Alright, there's the mounts. If you can see that, took a Sharpie, marked them out. Just want to make sure that the slotted side is forward. Not sure how much that matters, but that's how they say to do it. So again, mark those out with Sharpie. So that's pretty much it. Now I just got to get this thing back out of the boat and drill the holes oversized, fill them back in with peanut butter, and re-drill the right size. So yep, that'll do it. Let's get this thing out of here. Alright people, quick, oh, got bugs all over me, working out here with the light on. I got the engine mounts drilled out. I can't remember if I showed this or not. I got the engine mounts drilled out, filled in with peanut butter, and then drilled them again at the right size. So I drilled them big, filled them with peanut butter, drilled them out to the right size. So now the holes are totally encased in resin. There's no exposed wood. I'll also go back and coat the outsides of the holes with some gel coat when I do the back, so that'll make sure they're totally sealed. And I'll put some 4200 or PL4000 in with the actual bolts. Okay, so if you notice back here, I got my sacrificial pieces cut out for the batteries, the trim pump, and my bilge pump down there. So I just peanut buttered them in. I got some weight on this one. This one I think is okay. I still need to get back here real quick and fill it out before it sets up. And then I will come back out and do a layer of CSM up and over top all three of these. And that should do it for the back. I need to go back and just kind of rethink how I want to route my wires and stuff back here. If there's anything I want to, maybe some spots I want to put some wood that I can screw into for zip ties and stuff like that. But beyond that, the back of this thing is pretty much finished up. Once I get these glass in and everything, I'm going to come back here and do a quick sanding on the back. And I think I'm going to go ahead and gel coat the whole kind of engine compartment area in, so I can just get the motor in and call the back basically done. And then I'll move on to the front and start doing the fairing on the floor and stuff like that. So yeah, we're getting close to having the engine in for good. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll let this thing set up, get the CSM on, and show you what that looks like. What's going on, guys? I think I'm going to cut off the video here. I said in the last clip I'd show you the finished up CSM and the battery box or battery trays and all that kind of stuff, but I finished it up and the boat's all covered up right now. It's supposed to rain for like 5 straight days, so I really don't feel like uncovering the whole thing. Maybe I can sneak in a quick shot from outside the boat. It's gonna be dark, but I can show you. I mean, you guys saw them being glued in, you know what CSM looks like, so I'm sure you can use your imagination and figure out CSM over that. So, but anyway, I can show you. Give me a second. Up to the boat here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's glassed in. A couple small air bubbles, but gets the job done. Since the weather's going to be kind of crap for the next few days, I think what I'm going to do is I got my trim pump out of the shed, kind of out of storage, and got it kind of torn apart just to check everything on it, and I noticed that it was milkshake inside, which honestly isn't a surprise. I don't know if it was leaking water from the inside or if the cylinders need rebuilt, which I've done on my last boat. It's not that big of a job, but anyway, took it apart, took the reservoir off. Glad I did, because there was a bunch of gunk in the bottom of it, so cleaned that out and took it off the actual pump. And there's some odds and ends in there that need replaced, like the pickup screens and stuff like that. I ordered 2 new ones, so I think my next couple videos might be around cleaning up, kind of going over how the solenoids work and that kind of stuff on the trim pumps. And there's something else, I don't know, that might be it. So you can look forward to that coming out, and then hopefully the next time the weather gets nice here, I can finish up in the back. I started sanding and cleaning everything to prep for gel coat in the engine compartment, but just kind of ran out of time before the weather took a turn for the worse. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for checking this one out. Hopefully you guys are still interested in these. I don't know, it's a lot of detail, some long videos, but hopefully you guys find this information useful. So we'll see you on the next one. Peace.